Yes.
Yeah, we'll discuss about the planning books and releasing the forecast from demand planning.
Okay.
So here, yeah, for the SNP planning books and data views and planning areas, these are all will take from the standard, because in the demand planning, the creation of the planning area or a planning book, it's our own choice. We can do whatever the character we want to add, we can add, and whatever the key figure we want to add, we can add. But in the case of SNP, that is not the case. So here we have to choose. We cannot choose our own key figures or characteristics.
Okay.
Here we have to go with the standard only.
Okay.
We can add our own, but it's very less chances are there. Like one or two key figures we can add, but we have to go with the standard. That is must. So if you look into the standard planning book, standard planning area, this is the standard planning area S9A SNP02. So in which the key figure which are defined here also is compulsory for the SNP planning. So that's why we either will go with the standard planning area, or we can copy from the standard planning area. When we copy, all these key figures also will get copy into our planning area, where you can add one or two key figures. That is okay. But we have to use all these standard key figures for the planning. Okay, for the each key figure, there is a category assigned. Means on this each key figure, this category data will only display. If you see in the demand planning, if you remember in the demand planning, the key figures, the values are directly stored in a key figure in the demand planning. But in SNP, it's not the case. The values will store in the category. Since the category is assigned to a key figure, you can able to view in the key figure. Okay, so these are the standard categories which are assigned for each. So let's say example here, if you see forecast additional, the category assigned is FC, and for the forecast, the category is assigned FA. So if you want to transfer the forecast from demand planning to SNP, you no need to transfer to this key figure. You have to transfer to the key category, either FC or FA. So when you transfer to the FA, then this FA is assigned to this forecast, so you can able to view the forecast in this key figure. Like that, each and every key figure is assigned a category, so that only that kind of category data only will be displayed. For example, if by any chance if a key figure wants to display more than one category, then instead of category, here directly here we have to assign a group, category group. In this group, we can assign more than one category. Are you getting my point, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are, we'll see again this one, how these will be assigned. Okay. So going to the planning book again, we'll have a standard planning books. We have two types of planning books. Sorry, data views. One is a standard S&P plan, and the second data views for the capacity planning. If you look into the standard planning book, these are the key figures which are assigned, because these are all key figures are must for the planning. Then only can able to run the heuristic or a planning whatever. So if you see the categories are, these key figures are divided into two types. One is a demand elements, another one is a receipts element. In the demand elements, we have a forecast, sales order, distribution demand plan, distribution demand receipts, and distribution demand TLB confirmed and dependent demand. Total together, all these key figures value will be added into the total demand. Likewise, we have a key figures for the receipts elements. Distribution receipts planned, distribution receipts confirmed, distribution receipts TLB confirmed, and in transit production plan, production confirmed. All these key figures value will be added into the total receipts. So here forecast means which comes from the demand planning. Sales order means which comes as a sales order from ECC. And distribution demand planned means demand which comes from the sales from the ship to party or a warehouse. If this location is a plant location, then the distribution demand planned values means that the demand will come from the ship to party or a distribution center. Once the deployment is run, the same distribution demand planned will be transferred to the confirmed. We'll see when we discussed about the deployments. Like that same, once you run the TLB, the values will be converted from distribution demand plan to TLB. Okay, and dependent demand is, this is within the BOM. Like if you have a demand on the main product, then automatically when you generate an order, the demand will flow to the child product. In that BOM you have a main product and child product. Then if you create a demand or a receipts on the main products, and then automatically the demand will be transferred, shifted to child products also. Depends on the BOM elements. So that whenever we get a demand for the child product, when you see the child products data here, then the demand will appear in this dependent demand. We'll see all of this when we go into the planning. Like here, these are the demands. And when you generate orders, if it is generating a planned orders, it will come here. And if you are generating a PPDS orders, then it will come here. Production confirmed. And if you load as a distribution center or a ship to party, when you request any planning from the production plant, then that will come as a distribution receipts plant. So the order which will show in the distribution demand plant at the production plant location, the same order will show as a distribution receipts plant in the destination location, that is ship to party or a warehouse. Okay, we'll see all of them when we go into the planning, heuristic planning. Okay, like that we have a stock on hand. Stock on hand means total receipts minus total demand. Whatever it will comes, it will appear in as a stock on hand. Supply shortage. If total receipts minus total demand comes into a minus values, means if the total demand is more than total receipts, the balance will appear as a supply shortage. Means you have a demand, but there is no receipt for that demand. Like that safety stock we have. Safety stock means that whatever we safety stock will maintain for a product location combinations will appear here. Okay. And reorder point, there is a, if you have a reorder point also, means that the master setting, whatever you maintain a reorder point, it will appear here. And these are target stocks and will be based on the planning, and these total receipts and total issues will appear for the deployment run. That we'll discuss technically when we go into the deployment. Okay, but these are the key figures which we required for the planning. Even though if you want to create a separate planning book, you have to copy this one only. After that copying, if you want to add 1 or 2 key figures, you can add in the planning book.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and these two planning books in DataViews already exist in any system, an APO system. I mean, in my own system, I can looking for this planning book in DataViews, and already exists there.
Yes, it is a standard planning book, so
This
it
is a
will exist
standard
in every system.
in every system. Okay, and I'm gonna find all of these key figures assigned for this planning book in DataViews.
Yeah, it will
For
be assigned.
capacity and or standard.
1 second, please. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second, please. What your last question?
Okay. My question is, if this planning book standard and capacity already exist in any SAP APO system, and you say that yes.
Yes.
Is that
right.
correct? Okay, fine. And all these key figures that shows already exist for these planning books.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Other question. I thought demand planning or SNAP were only for finished products, but I see yours dependent demand. It means subassembly or semi-finished products. It means
Yes.
also these kind of products are included in demand planning.
Yes. It depends.
Okay.
You can include or you cannot include, because
Yeah.
if you are using the semi-finished goods for the selling purpose, then you can include those in the demand planning.
Okay.
Because demand planning means it will forecast, will generate.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, when you release that forecast, it will be there in the dependent demand, dependent like a semi-finished product also. But then 2 types of forecast demand will come. One is forecast that you are transferring from the demand planning, and dependent demand which comes from the main product.
Yeah,
finished product.
I got it. Only few of these key figures are mandatory. The other ones
Yes.
might be optionals. We
Right.
can use them. Okay. Right.
So SNP you can have, even though you do demand planning, you will handle with only finished products, but in SNP you can go with the semi-finished, even raw materials also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you go into this capacity planning book will always appear for the resource. Means you can able to view the data in this capacity for the resource capacity.
Okay.
So how means, if a resource is assigned with the 5 products, then all the 5 products demand, if you generate orders, then how much those orders are occupied for a resource, because resource will have a capacity.
Okay.
It may be a per day 100 hours per day, 25 hours per day, maybe depends on the resource to resource. If you increase the number of individuals, then it will increase. So per day some limit will be there. According to that, the capacity will be defined, available capacity.
Yeah, availability capacity.
So
Okay.
it will show what is the available capacity and how much it has occupied based on the orders. It will show. So this will show only for the resource. And again, the main important point in the PDS, we have a PPDS and SNP PDS. This planning book always considers the SNP PDS, because the SNP, this capacity is for the only for the SNP.
Okay.
So the resource which are assigned in the SNP also should resource which are assigned in the PPDS also should assign in the SNP PDS also. By any chance, if you miss, then that will not appear here. So it will always picks from the SNP PDS. Mostly the SNP PDS and PPDS PDS will be same, so there is no issue.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll see this when we see about the capacity planning, capacity leveling. Okay, so for the same order, for when you load the resource, whatever the capacity, it will show how much it is occupied. The same it will show in the down with the planned orders or the production orders, for from which orders it has occupied, it will show here the down. Okay, there is a two different data views are there. Okay, yeah. And coming back to the planning book, here we have some maybe you are already gone through in the demand planning. These are the settings, like how you can save through, how can you load the data, how you can save the selection ID. So in demand planning, you will load here, you will select the characteristic you have assigned in the MPOS. But these are the mandatory characteristics which we'll use in the SNP. So we have to use this one only. And in this one, for this planning book purpose, we generally use location product combination.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make note there. One of the previous session, you were attempting to create demand planning and transfer to SNAP. My question is,
Right.
uh, if we use this SNAP interactive planning or planning book, that planning book should contain the result of the demand planning.
Yeah, definitely it will contain.
Okay. Okay, and that would contain the key figures from the demand planning. I think so.
Means not directly uh, key figures from demand planning, but when we transfer from demand planning to SNP, we'll transfer to a key category. That category will be assigned to this planning book, so you can able to view that. We'll see.
You are gonna show
We
me.
will release the focus now.
Are you showing me how that it works? I mean,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I will show.
See, because for instance, in demand planning, I might have forecast, customer forecast, correction, and total demand. And I
Yes.
have only these four key figures, but here I have more key figures. The corresponding key figures that I use in demand planning, that will be moved to SNAP planning book, and
Yeah.
okay, by using those categories, key figure categories. Or,
Yes, in one way. How in demand planning means, you will try to in the demand planning, you will try to correct the forecast, and the final forecast will be transferred to any final forecast key figure anywhere.
yes.
So that key figure forecast will be transferred to the SNP.
Only one key figure.
One key figure.
Okay, the total or the final
Yes.
forecast. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
So after that, using that key figure values, we'll do a planning.
Great, much
in
better.
SNP.
Please go ahead. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So here, this is mainly we use this product location, and if we, this one load a product, if we load 2320, this is a product yesterday we have created. So we have assigned to 3 locations. That's why all of them are appearing here. So when you load, you can load any one of combination, but there is no data. So now if we want to run a planning, we need to release the forecast.
Okay.
Okay. So here, this selection you can save also. You can go and save as a test. Once you save this one, it will appear in this selection profile. You can drag and drop to this here, so that next time whenever you come, you can load that selection ID directly. This is the one we. Yeah, now if I add, so whenever next time you comes, you can directly load this combination. Okay. Yeah, now we'll release the forecast for these combinations for the ship to parties. Okay, so for this, if you want to release, this same combination should be exist in the demand planning, then only you can able to release. So now what we'll do is we'll create these two combinations in the demand planning, then we'll release the forecast. Yeah, we can choose this planning area. Z underscore, sorry, I will go with the planning area. Planning area will show in the planning book. Z P underscore new. Is the one. So the emboss is ZAE underscore POS. This one. Let's see what are the combinations it is having. So we can see the cost have we have, but the product is different. So I will create a product. Location is 1000 to 320. Now we'll punch some values in this forecast. 320. So that the same values can be released to the SNP. Customer. conversion PC to kg we have not defined. Let's go. I'll define the same in product in SNP. Yeah, we have a forecast in demand planning now. We'll release the same to the SNP. So I will go to the T code as MC90 /n/SAP MC90. Sorry, MC, not N.
Kishori?
Yeah, here we need to choose the,
Can you show me how to get there by using the menu path?
One second please, what you're asking?
Can you tell me how do you get there by using the menu path? The path.
Okay, this one.
Yes.
Yeah. This one.
Right. Okay. Just double click.
Release demand planning to SNP. Demand planning, release, and this one.
Then you give double click and you are gonna get the same transaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So here we choose the demand planning area and key figures. Demand planning area is Z underscore. One second, let me check. I'm on. Yeah, this is the demand planning area. The version 000. The key figure we will choose from the demand planning is forecast, because we have done the forecast in this key figure. I think so. Forecast, right. Okay, I'll copy to the final forecast. Then it will be a realistic. Yeah. Here we can choose now final forecast. So it means we are releasing from the final forecast. And the target version is that SNP. So here nowhere we are choosing a planning area or a key figure. We are directly choosing a version and a category.
FA.
FA.
Okay. And key figures.
Yeah. So here same whatever the forecast you are releasing, you can view in standard SNP planning books or in your own planning books also. Anywhere you can able to see. If you create a 10 planning areas, the data will be same in all the 10 planning areas, because this is the demand planning area, DP. In this one we have a final forecast figure. This one we are releasing to a category. To a category called FA. So this category is same assigned to a planning area, SNP. Under that, for a particular key figure, forecast, you have assigned this same FA. That's why when you release from demand planning to this category, since the same category assigned to forecast, you can view the same data in the forecast. So this is the standard planning area. So if you have your own CZ SNP planning area, in this one also you have a same forecast key figure, and if you assign the same category, so the same data whatever you release to this category can able to view in this planning area and in this planning area.
Okay.
So it is all depends on the category, not any particular key figure. We are not releasing to any particular key figure. So if you have a 4 or 5 planning areas also, all will be the same key figures and the categories also mostly same. So you can view the same data whatever you are releasing in all the planning areas.
I get a question.
Yeah, sure.
In my planning area, in demand planning, I might have assigned one category to several key figures. Is that correct?
Once again, please, in demand planning.
What if in demand planning I have assigned one category to several key figures? Here, when I transfer, I use the category FA.
Yeah, first of
more than
all, you cannot assign. First of all, you cannot assign a category in the demand planning.
Okay. Oh yes, you're right.
It's only key figures.
Yeah.
Already so only categories are there in the SNP. Let's say example, this forecast is assigned with the FA category plus something BA another category. Together you have assigned to this forecast key figure, and you are releasing to FA. How much you are releasing for a particular combinations? 1000 quantity you are releasing. And there is in the BA category, there is another quantity called 500. Some other order is there that is also there with the 500 quantity. So the same can view in this key figure again.
Okay.
So when you load data, so the data you can load with 1500 instead of 1000. When you double click here, you can able to view 1000 as a forecast and a 500 as a some other BA category. So if multiple categories are sent to a key figure, all together will be viewed in the planning book. But most of the case it will be same. Means it will be one single category, but some cases like a production plant confirmed, where once you create an order, it will be one category. Once you confirm the order, it will be another category will change. So all should display in the same key figures. That's how we'll assign a group. We'll see that one when we technically go into the details. Okay. So as far as here, we are releasing to only a FA category. So it will be, you can view the same category in all the forecast key figures wherever this key figure is assigned, in whichever planning area is assigned, you can view all the planning books, same forecast. Okay. Now I'm releasing. Are you clear here? Some any doubts here?
Yeah.
Is it fine?
Yeah, it's okay. Fine. Continue, please.
Yeah. Now I'll release the forecast. So I'm choosing a category and date. You can choose 0108. And the product is 320. And here the product is same. We'll choose the demand planning key figures or characteristics. This is the demand planning. And location is customer. We are choosing a customer location. And add sales log. Now I'm releasing. Execute. Forecast is released. Now if I go and check the same forecast in the demand plan, sorry, S&P planning area. So this is the area. I have to refresh. See here.
Wow. The key figure supplies storage.
Yeah,
Is
in a
that
week wise it has released.
because we don't have any stock for fulfill this?
Yeah, I don't have any stock. Only demand it is showing. The same demand is added into the total demand. Since we do not have any receipts,
okay.
it is showing as a supply shortage.
The column headers are for month, for week, week.
Yeah, the forecast it is released on a weekly bucket.
Weekly, their weekly bucket. Okay.
So all in a in the first week of that week, first day of that week, it is showing the same forecast. So in the demand planning, if you have forecast, that will be divided into the weeks and will release to the S&P.
What is the forecast coming from demand planning? The first row?
Yeah, this first row.
Okay. And the other ones were calculated by the macro in S&P.
Right, exactly.
Total demand is in the initial. We have 11.630, and then I guess it's a week 22 on August.
Yeah.
23.
So if you see total together, this one
24. Okay.
Will show as a 15,000. The same we have in the demand planning for the first two party. That's the first month. It is 15,000.
Yeah, because
second month is a 12,000.
Okay.
So it will divide into when you divide into 4, it will show us this 2,800.
Okay.
Okay. So here this is a weekly forecast it is list. If you want to release the daily forecast, the same 12,000 or 15,000 should appear in here as a daily forecast. Then you have to change logic in this file releasing. Like here, you have to split it to daily buckets. Choose a daily bucket profile. 980 if I choose. And I'll release the same again. This is the product.
We can release this S&P as many times we can, and that will be reflect will be updated in the planning book of S&P. Okay.
Yes, it will just override the existing values. If I will release only for the cost 70.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see now. For refresh, the same forecast is divided into 30, 35 days, 31 days, and appearing here as a daily forecast.
Okay, refresh automatically. You clicking one button in the toolbar. I couldn't see it because it's so fast.
This one, this refresh button.
That one. Okay, and automatically update. Okay.
Yeah. So whenever any changes happens, you have to refresh.
Okay.
Okay. So this appear now. It is appearing as a daily bucket. In the same forecast is split into daily and is transferred to the S&P. If the particular month is having 30 days, then it will divide into 30. If 31 means divide into 31 and release to the S&P. So how you are able to see the same forecast in this key figure? Why not in this? Why not in other key figures? Why only in this forecast key figure you are able to see? Because if you go into the planning area once again, this one, this forecast
is the only one
assigned with the category FA.
Okay.
So we are releasing to the category FA, and this FA is assigned to this forecast key figure. So it is you can able to view the data in this forecast key figure.
Okay.
Instead of FA, if you release to the BNRAEH, then you can view the same forecast in these key figures. But that is not the correct way. But still it is possible.
Okay.
So here the point I am saying is the whatever the key category you release, so the data will be stored in that category and it can be viewed for that particular category key figure. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So once it is released, then you can do a planning in the S&P. So here like this, but here this is a always may not be chosen this MC90 key figure transaction code releasing the forecast to demand planning S&P. There is generally we release the background jobs.
Okay.
This we use for if we have less combinations, we can release from here, but generally it will chosen to release from the background jobs, the jobs you might have discussed in the demand planning. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for this generally just any one or two combinations you can release. Yeah. Yeah, and again, so this is once it is comes, this is it will appear like this. So here you can able to view the total demand is appearing here, and supply shortage is increasing. Because if there is no demand, it will increase. Keep on adding this forecast. This means the value whatever you have after deducting total demand, total receipts minus total demand, whatever it comes, it will show here. Okay, and here you can add as a selection IDs that just now we have discussed, and these are the buttons. Here is a change button if you want to go into the change mode, and when you go into the change mode, all the key figures may not be in the change mode because the standard you cannot change. You have to run through the background jobs, through the planning jobs only. The values will pop up here in all the key figures through a planning jobs. Not you cannot. Only in this key figure you can do a manual, and in this one you can do a manual if you want to add any values. Automatically it will create as an order. Okay, if I create any order here, 1000 something I have given, then it is adding to your total receipts. Okay, but here if you see, it is assigned with the category also, because standard it is some categories are there for each key figure. So SNP plan data means EE category. Okay, and for this key figure, if you want to add any key figure here, it will show another category, that is AG category. Like that, each key figure will have a different categories are assigned. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and these are the selection buttons where you can choose a date. Like here, it is visible only from 22/8. If you want to view the data from first onwards, then you can manipulate from here. So it is showing as a, this is standard settings, that is always shows from the current date. You can manipulate to your own. Here you can change 01 01 if I want to view the data. So now it is showing from the 01. There is no initial values previously. All it will show from here.
Okay.
So you can manipulate if you want to change the, yeah, you can directly, instead of giving the dates, you can change how you want to view the data. If you want to view in a month to week or week to some months, something else you can view. You can change directly. Here it is showing as a daily, and after that some weeks are there because of standard time bucket profile. You can change it to here by choosing if you want to view, or you can create a separate data view. Okay, and this is again a header settings. If you want to add any header settings, you can add here. If you want to view at a location wise, you can add. If you want to view the data for product wise also, you can add as a header settings, and you can view. Now it is view custom cust 70. You can, when you view, or if you view all together, you can drill down to customers also. Okay, this will these header settings will help you in viewing the data in the planning book with a detailed view or with total together, how you want to view. And you can choose, these are all key figures together it is showing. If you want to view, you can view particular key figure also. Go to the multiple key figure and choose particular that key figure. Deselect all of them and select only that particular key figure. It will appear. So when you load a bunch of all the products together, maybe some bulk products. So if you want to view without selecting a particular key figure, if you try to drill down all together, it will take much time. Instead of that one, you can choose a particular key figures where you want to view the data exactly. So go there and just drill down. Then it will be easy to view, and then the performance also will increase. Okay, it just you should means you have to work on this one. You should, then only you will get a hands-on experience. Okay, you can go from here directly to the planning book, design and planning book. Then you can see what planning book you are looking, what setting they have defined here. You won't get any edit mode here because this is a standard planning book, so you cannot change.
Okay.
Changes by author only, means who are created, that it will allow them only to do the changes. So here table 1 and 2 is there. This is the only one. That's why we have only one view. But if you go into the capacity view, we have it two tables. One is this one and another one is this one. How it is appearing means, if you go into the planning book, so there are two tables they have defined. One is capacity view, one is quantity view. That's why two different views are there in the same area. So then you will get a key figures you can assign to one table, that is a capacity here, and then another data view for the quantity view. Okay, so that's how. So that depends only if you want two different views here. Okay, any doubts here, Sam?
Well, I got your point. I understood, but I think the doubts that will become when I start
Yeah,
to
once you practice.
practice. Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll see the planning. We'll start the planning.
Okay.
The heuristic. Then you can understand how technically the values are floating in this means how the planning will be done. You can able to see tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. That looks perfect for me.
Yeah. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, shall we stop here? Okay, well, can you show me the Excel, the calendar? Yeah. Please select the
here. This is a notes management is there. You means the notes we apply in a server, or what exactly? Is that the one?
Well, I think the notes management is the you can select any cells in your planning book and the SNAP book,
okay,
book, and then you can insert comments in any cells regarding one particular things you want to mention here.
I guess.
Yeah, you just.
Not sure that is possible in the demand planning, but I'm not sure that is possible in SNP. We cannot use that in SNP. I think. I don't think so. Let's see.
Well, not there, but I think in the cells that you can edit, you can maintain in yes. I think you can insert notes there.
It is not allowing to give any notes.
They are not available.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's basically. I think that's the main idea, but it's not.
Yeah, okay. Generally we may use in demand planning, but in SNP will not use this.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Actually, I'm not concerned about this topic. It's only because it's already there.
Yeah.
So can you switch to the Excel, please?
Yeah. This one, right?
Okay, if you go to the point number, okay, well, you edit that, fine. You change this document, am I right? So, well, if you select...
more or less it's same, but yeah.
Yeah, select the third tab strip, please, the third view in the Excel.
This one?
The last sheet. No, the sheet on the... Yes.
This one. Yeah. Third one. Okay. Yeah.
Well, so you're gonna teach me how to customize every of these points. Is that correct?
Sure. Okay. Once we go through all this heuristic planning, what we'll do is we'll create a separate planning area and a separate data view.
Okay, fine. Because we are not getting to this point.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Sure.
Okay. Well, this basically is like that. Okay, fine. So I can continue tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Same time.
Okay. Yes, same time. 5:30 my time.
Okay. Okay. See you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.